With the world's best skaters having traveled through North America and across Europe, the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating makes its final stop in the Far East. Tonight in Japan, the reigning world champion Maria Butyrskaya takes the ice, trying to earn a spot in the Grand Prix final. Fellow Russian champion Yevgeny Plushenko looks to continue his dominance and remain undefeated in the series. While the pair's rivalry plays out again, Petrova and Tikhonov, the current European champs, take on the world silver medalist Shannon Zhao of China. And ice dancers Anasina and Pézera of France hope to show why they may be the best team in the world. The NHK Trophy comes your way next. We are in Nagoya, Japan, the country's fourth largest city, and the night light shining on Nagoya Castle, which was first built back in the 16th century. We're here for stop number 6 in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating as we welcome you inside the Rainbow Ice Arena for the NHK Trophy. Along with two-time U.S. champion Susie Wynn, I'm Terry Gannon. The final lineups for the Grand Prix final will be decided here in Japan. Tonight, the short programs from all 4 disciplines come your way. And the pairs will get us underway here in Japan. About to take the ice, the reigning world silver medalist from China, Xue Shen and Hongbo Zhao. Trying to right the ship, as it were, though, Susie, because they have yet to win in the Grand Prix this season, and a lot of expectations off that performance last year. They came in 3rd at Nations Cup and 2nd at Cup of Russia. The short program, 2 minutes and 40 seconds in length and worth 1/3 of the overall score.
There's a real pressure-filled program because of the 8 required elements. The judges are looking to see how these elements are executed, and if they aren't executed well, there are deductions. Hardest requirements is the side-by-side double or triple jump. Shen and Zhao have done very well with this. And again, no problem in the side-by-side triple toe loop. Of the split double twist. They have such great timing with one another. It's one of the highest that you'll see in this competition. Again, that timing will hopefully translate. Beautiful throw triple loop. She is so strong.
Certainly will be one of the favorites at the World Championships. The end of this season. They won the Grand Prix final last season in St. Petersburg, Russia. The pairs throughout the series, if you've caught any of the events, one of the deepest, most competitive of the disciplines. These skaters competing for a total purse here of $264,000, and the winners take home $30,000.
Not bad. Judges are looking for unison here. Let's see, they just came apart in the last revolution of their side-by-side spin. Oh dear, now this again is a problem. This is the pair spin, the combination spin, and they miss hands and twice. It's going to be pretty severe there. It's unfortunate. All of their elements were so well executed, they just struggled on the last spin, which is probably to them one of the easiest of all the elements.
And even when they've struggled this season, it's been mostly in the free skate, not in the short program. Xu Weishen and Hongbo Zhao of China.
Now, one of their strengths is in the throw. Look at here, the height, the strength in her back. Beautiful landing on that throw triple loop. They work so well together. And here, their split twist. Look at the vault, the lift. The catch is important, and they both stretch their legs out in one foot. Excellent.
Well, in the last Grand Prix Series event, Cup of Russia, they were in first after the short program, but ended up in second. Required element marks, 5.2 to 5.6.
These low marks, Terry, really reflect their last combination spin. The max deduction is 4/10, and they missed connections twice.
And they're not going to hang around and wait for the presentation marks. 5.4 to 5.6 for Shannon Zhao. And hello again, everybody. I'm Terry Gannon. For the past month and a half, we have traveled all over the world with the best skaters in the world who have had one overriding goal in mind. That's to make it to the Grand Prix final in Lyon, France in the middle of January. By the end of this event here in Nagoya, they will know whether or not they have made it. Now, these short programs set the stage for the free skates, where that issue will be finally decided. The pairs long program and the free dance come your way January 7th. That's a Friday evening beginning at 9 o'clock Eastern over on Lifetime. The men's and ladies free skates, well, we'll have that over on ABC Sports this Sunday, and our coverage begins at 3 o'clock Eastern. The pairs competition already underway, and the overall picture looks like this. The Grand Prix standings, this is the only discipline in which the final lineup is set for Lyon. These 5 teams will compete in the finals. What's interesting about this competition is that we've got 3 of those teams competing here in Japan. And Susie, if you go back a year, we've got 4 of the top 5 teams from the World Championships. And in figure skating, in pairs, anytime you go head-to-head with the top teams, there's certainly a carryover effect.
There certainly is, Terry. Every time these top teams step onto the ice, it's like the World Championship. It's very important. It's very competitive. They're trying to protect their world ranking. And this competition is important because how they do here will really reflect in the judges' minds and perceptions, not only at the Grand Prix Series finals, but also down the line at the World Championships. There's also a little added incentive here, and that would be the prize money. A little cash to move the spirit along.
Always a good motivator for me, I've found in my life. Well, besides the pairs, we've got the ice dancers and the ladies with the reigning world champion Maria Butyrskaya of Russia, and the men. So we get another look at Yevgeny Plushenko, the reigning world silver medalist from Russia. He has been red hot on a roll throughout the series. He takes on an American, Timothy Gable, who's already made history this season.
Well, Yevgeny Plushenko has been brilliant this series with 2 wins. He has a quad planned in the short and 1 planned in the long, but one person that can really challenge him in this competition with the quads is Timothy Gable. Timothy made history at Skate America when he landed 3 quads in his long program. He only has 1 in the short program. I wanted to know how this quad felt. He said it's just as easy as the triple. So we'll see if Plushenko feels the same way about his quad in the short program.
Well, the pairs short program continues when we come back. The reigning European champions from Russia, Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov, take the ice. They have won twice already in the Grand Prix Series. Back inside the Rainbow Ice Arena here in Nagoya, Japan. The NHK Trophy continues. The pairs short programs underway. And here are the reigning European champs, Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov of Russia. And not only did they take the skating world by storm last season when they won Europeans, but they have won twice already in the Grand Prix Series and will be a part of the Grand Prix final.
Also open up with their side-by-side triple toe. This has been a point that's been hard for them. They've struggled on this, but not here. Excellent.
Well, Susie, they've been so good this year. They have won twice, as I said, and both times they have beaten Shannon Zhao of China, who we just saw, and are the reigning world silver medalist. We're in second after the short program, and Cup of Russia came back to win.
Been a nice surprise. It's sort of freshened things up. The pair event has been even more exciting because of all the switching around. They too have very strong throws, but not in this case. She put her hands down really released her stomach muscles and stretched forward in that throw triple sow. One of the requirements, a hand to hip lift. They have very nice lifts. No hands there, making it harder. Very, very nice and smooth dismount. Their unison a little better than Shen and Zhao's. Some interesting variations in the straight line footwork sequence. Again, that's another requirement. To inside death spiral, a little tentative going in. Once his toe is in for the pivot, it starts to move faster, making it harder for the girl. Very nice combination spin. They've just been so consistent this series.
Well, up to this point, they've been the second best pair from Russia, right behind Berezhnaya and Sika Radliza, the two-time and reigning world champions. We'll have to wait and see, though, because Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov have been very good throughout the Grand Prix series.
And here in their side-by-side triple toes, beautiful unison. Nice stretch out on the landing. Excellent. And one area that they're normally very strong in is in the throw triple sow. But here you can see she breaks forward. It's just a little too high, not enough distance for her to be strong enough to hold the landing.
Alexei Tikhonov, by the way, in the early 90s used to skate with a Japanese partner and represented Japan in
Must feel at
events.
home here, Tara.
Yeah, the world's getting smaller and smaller, huh? But then turned professional for a while, teamed up in July of '98 with Maria, and been skating awfully well since. First of two sets of march. Required element, Susie, 5.2 up to 5.6.
The deduction that we're going to see here would be in the touchdown on her throw triple sow, 1 to 2/10 deduction.
And for presentation, 5.4 up to 5.8. So Petrova and Tikhonov move ahead of their rivals, Shen and Zhao of China. Back in Nagoya, Japan, Terry Gannon, Susie Wynn. The pair's short programs continue here at the NHK Trophy, with a team from Canada taking the ice, Valérie Sorette and Jean-Sébastien Fecteau.
The music is from The Big Twist and The Wild Ones. What I like about this couple is they incorporate fun choreography within the connection of the elements. It's a great split on the double twist, but just not as much height as we've seen in the other teams. Not bad, just a little touchdown from Jean-Sébastien on the landing. He's been struggling with that in practice as well.
The last 2 years, this team has won the bronze medal at the Canadian Championships.
Low positions, great unison.
Seen them twice already in the Grand Prix. Not the results they wanted, though. They finished 6th at Skate Canada at home, and then 8th at Trophy La Ligue in Paris.
Gets Great stretch, the star lift. I think we should get those elements out of the way. It's like, okay, now I can relax and perform a little bit.
Big sigh of relief.
Very pretty position on the forward inside death spiral. Nice bridge and their connection. Terry, that was a big improvement for them. They've been struggling in the short programs and the other Grand Prix Series events. And here, this was a step up for them.
Their 5th season together. They came in 13th at the World Championships last season. They were last-minute replacements for Saleh and Peltier there. Valérie Sorette and Jean-Sébastien Fecteau.
And here they group all of their elements together. This is a star lift. Nice stretch in her right leg. A little more simple dismount than some of the other teams. But then, what's kind of neat is they go right into the throw triple sow. Nice air position. She almost comes out a little early, but hangs on. You should see the look on her face as she looks at him. Hey, I did it.
Both of them are from the province of Quebec up in Canada. They live and train in Montreal now. First set of marks, 4.7 to 5.4 for required elements.
He skated this program very well. He did touch down on the side-by-side triple sow cow, and some of their elements weren't as difficult.
For presentation, 5.0 up to 5.5. So Sorette and Fecteau of Canada in 3rd place. Petrova and Tikhonov still your leaders over Shannon Jia. When we come back from the United States, the American champions, Danielle and Steve Hartzell will take the ice as NHK Trophy continues here in Nagoya, Japan. Welcome back now to Nagoya, Japan, and the final event of the regular season in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating. The pair short program continues with the American champions, Danielle and Steve Hartzell, taking the ice.
Music is from the movie Wild Thing. It really is a departure for them. It's a little bit on the contemporary side. Unison, going into the double twist. Very solid. Oh, and she steps out. Unfortunate.
Brother-sister team that have been competing together since 1987. Seen them twice in the Grand Prix so far. They finished 8th at Skate America, 7th at Nations Cup. Hoped for better results, but it was really a gutsy performance in Germany a few weeks ago because they took a nasty spill on the ice, and you wondered whether or not Danielle would even get up. They continued. Had a great free skate.
Very nice throw triple sow. It was a little low, but yet well executed. Nice unison on their side-by-side spins, going into a back sit spin position. Star lift. To a little flip out exit. Wondering with her wrist being taped with her chronic wrist injury if some of the lifts really affect her strength.
Yeah, she's had that injury all season long, and she says the only way to heal it is to take time off the ice, but they can't afford to do that right now.
Right in the throes of the season, it's really hard to work with an injury. That you have to really think it through every day. Be smart about your training. This low position to the ice on the forward inside death spiral. Good performance, Terry. They skated this nicely. She just stepped out on the side-by-side triple toe. Just a small error. It's actually a big error.
Danielle and Steve from Westland, Michigan. They live and train in the Detroit area, and both students at Oakland University there, though Steve is taking the semester off to concentrate on the skating. Their effort here in the short program.
This is their split twist lift. Nice height, very strong position, nice extension. And she's very strong in the air. The timing is very important between them. Very strong. A little dip forward, still well done.
You may recognize the guy in the middle there, Jason Dungeon, one of their coaches, two-time U.S. champion with Kyoko Ina, and married to Yuka Sato, the '94 world champion from Japan, by the way. Card elements 4.5 to 5.0.
Deduction that you'll see here would be a 2/10 deduction. The step out on the triple toe loop.
And now for presentation, 4.7 up to 5.1, the range. Yeah, they're not thrilled with those, as you can tell by their reaction. Hartzell and Hartzell into fourth place. Right now, Petrova and Tikhonov still lead. And taking the ice now, the first team from Poland to ever medal at the World Championships in pairs. They did that last year, capturing the bronze medal. Dorota Zagorska and Mariusz Shudek. And we've already seen them twice in the Grand Prix, and they have earned a spot in the Grand Prix final.
Beautiful height on this split twist. Exceptional. Going in with lots of aggressiveness into their side-by-side triple toes. A little off unison, but hey, any landing's a good landing. Nice speed, well-centered spins here. A sit, change, sit. To hold back in the short program. The nerves can really get to you, and you have to focus. They really look ready here. Very high on the throw triple sow. Almost looked like they weren't going to quite handle the landing, but did so.
Even though they have earned a spot in the finals in Lyon, France, they haven't quite had the season that they had hoped for, because through their two series events, they've been beaten by Petrova and Tikhonov, Shannon Zhao, and Abitbol and Bernadise of France, who are still to skate here. So after a bronze medal at the Worlds last season, they're trying to use this event to perhaps send a message to the judges down the line that, hey, we're still in the thick of things.
Look here, he lifts her with just one hand. It's very hard. They're noted for their great lifting ability. A lot of variation within that lift. And yet don't lose any speed. Well, Terry, like you were saying, they looked great today. This was a nice performance for them. And they're on that way back up. They're trying to show, hey, we're world bronze medalists. We can stay there.
4 times the national champions of Poland, Dorota Zagorska and Mariusz Szudek.
They just started this program off so strong. Look at the vault here. She picks in. Look at the height. Her feet are right at the level of his chest. Great push out. Excellent extension. Great skating. Side by side triple toes here. A little off unison. She's a little bit ahead of him. She ekes out the landing and then him. The unison was a problem there, but hey, like I said, any landing is a good landing.
So far, it's the pair from Russia, Petrova and Tikhonov in the lead over Shen and Zhao of China, who are in second place. We'll see where Zagorska and Szudek end up. First set of marks, 5.1, all the way up to 5.8, and that's from the Chinese judge.
That's great, Terry. You know, no national bias there. It's nice to see in judging. It's refreshing. Thank you.
It does not happen often. And now for presentation, 5.3 up to 5.7 from the Russian judge. The team in the lead. So it's Zagorska and Szudek who overtakes second place. Shen and Zhao of China now down in third. And up next, the final pair here in the short program. From France, Sarah Abitbol and Stéphane Bernardiz take the ice. Back inside the Rainbow Ice Arena here in Nagoya, Japan. The final pair taking the ice here in the short program. From France, Sarah Abitbol and Stéphane Bernardiz. 5th in the world last year, 3 times the bronze medalist at the European Championships.
They have really been so impressive this series. Starting out at Skate America, everything's been very consistent in practice and in competition.
Second place finish at Skate America. They won Trophy La Ligue in Paris. And we will see them at the Grand Prix final.
There's a side-by-side triple toe loops. Well done. They too get incredible height. A double twist. Excellent. These throws are absolutely gutsy. It's as though she might have put her heel down and throw triple loop. It's hard to say. Very innovative entrance to their star lift. Beautiful split position. Strong positions in this combination spin to keep up the speed, which is very hard to do. She's very flexible, so she's really capable of making some interesting shapes there. Number 3 out of the way, you can see the relief. Excellent job, Terry. You know, they've really been impressive. They're very consistent. gaining confidence every step of the way.
Best year yet so far in the Grand Prix Series. Second at Skate America. Very impressive in Paris as Stefan tries to get the crowd back into it. Sarah Abitbol, Stéphane Bernardiz, the 6-time French champions.
Here in this throw triple loop, normally they get a little bit more distance, a little bit more height. She looks pretty strong in the air, starts to lift up, foot flicks out. Not the best that they've done, but still, hey, I'm not complaining. Look at this lift, how she goes so low, creates momentum up into the star, just right there, very exact, beautiful stretch through her free legs, nice footing on his part. Very well done.
So where will they end up here in this short program? That's the question now after that performance. First set of marks, Susie. And the range, 5.2 up to 5.7.
I think the 5.2 is a wee bit low, but 5.7 would be in the range I'd have them. They have so much confidence. They really hit the ice very there. They were solid.
And now the second set for presentation. 5.3 up to 5.8. And guess what? They take the lead. It's good enough to put them on top.
Oh, that's great. Good for them. They've worked hard this season.
So Sarah Abitbol and Stéphane Bernardiz, really a surprise. They've skated very well this season, but most expected Petrova and Tikhonov to be in the lead after this short program. In third from Poland, Zagorska and Shudek. Shen and Zhao continue their struggles. The Hartzels from the U.S. in 7th place. Don't forget, the free skates from the pairs comes your way over on Lifetime January 7th. That's a Friday evening beginning at 9 o'clock Eastern. And all of this, of course, leads up to the Grand Prix final in Lyon, France. ABC Sports will have our coverage January 15th in prime time, 9 to 11 o'clock Eastern. Then again on Sunday, the 16th, beginning at 4 o'clock Eastern time.